Quick.
Yeah, okay.
Start already.
Yeah.
Good morning, judges and fellow friends. This is our project entitled Growing Up Can Wait. Our group members are Fat Ass Ian and Matthew Tan. I'm Alex Chen. So next slide please. So, our childhood. I just want to ask all of you, what is childhood to you? Well, childhood to me was the best time of my life. It was a time of exploration, it was a time of curiosity, where everything was a new experience and everything was happy and fun. Where I had no responsibilities and all I had to do was just to play with my toys. That's all that mattered. So, what is our project about? Our project is a 3 to 5 minute short film. It's a third person narrative and it will be very situational. We're trying to show the situations of how one grows up. But what is the purpose of this? What's our purpose is to help everyone find their inner child. What do I mean by this? We want everyone to realize that you always can embrace this inner child in you. Although you might grow old, but you always can be young at heart. We want people to be able to grow up, but at the same time not grow up. I know this might be ironic, but we just want people to always realize that they don't have to give up fun, they don't have to give up happiness for the things in this world. What eventually we want to do is for people to cherish these moments. Not the moments they had when they were a child, but to cherish every moment of their life. Just like Fat Ass Ian here. Cherishing moments every day. We want people to realize that you always can be young at heart. You always can have this childlike outlook on life and you never have to grow up. Even though life may seem mundane and boring, you can always be a child. Now I'll pass my time to Matthew, who will talk to you about the storyboard.
You want to stand up and...
Now I'll be presenting you our storyboard. Our storyboard is divided into 3 parts. The first being the main character during his childhood, the second being his teenagehood, and the third being his adulthood. We firstly exhibit his childhood by showing 3 scenes, all of which shows the main character spending time with his friends and having fun. This is to show and depict what the essence of childhood is like, what it should mean to every child in his life. We want to show the audience how great childhood is, the fun, the games, the curiosity, when the all mattered was happiness. However, they all end the same when they are forced by their parents to stop playing. This starts to paint a darker picture of how the fun must eventually end, which then leads to the transition into our second part. We begin the main character's teenagehood by depicting a scene of him, as a teenager, hanging out with his friends. He explores some of his newfound freedom, and we want to give the viewer this impression. We will have the main character to go cycling with his friends. They also take photos to keep the fond memories of their good times together. In this instance, he still has not taken greater responsibilities and can still find time to engage in such fun activities. However, we again see how the fun must eventually end when he gets a call from his mother. We want to capture this process of growing up, and slowly but surely, one has to conform to the ways of the world. This leads to how the main character starts taking on greater responsibilities as a student and finds zero time for his friends, zero time for fun anymore. He looks out of the window and sees his friends playing, but does not join them as his work now takes priority in his life. This is further seen when he rejects his friend's offer to join them to relax, which then leads to the transition into the main character's adulthood. The main character's adulthood begins in the office. A mundane and dark atmosphere has been painted around him, emphasizing the demise he is in. This not only illustrates how depressing his life is, but also depicts how he is feeling. This is the lowest point of the main character's life. The long hours at work has taken a toll on him. It is then that he sees 2 items, one which is a childhood toy, and the other which is a photo of his friends. This starts to evoke great emotion in him as he starts to recall the great times they had together. Feeling the urge to grasp on to such feelings again, he decides to forego his responsibilities for that moment in time. This is the climax of the film where the main character realizes that growing up can wait. It can be seen from the next scene how they start to relive this experience. So, the main character would then embrace his inner child, playing at the beach with his friends as a symbolism of childhood. Standing there by the beach and watching the sunset, we can see his silhouette against the sunset. After that, the scene will cut, showing him as a child and looking out in the sunset. Indeed, growing up can wait.
5 minutes already.
So next I'll be talking about the technical aspect of our project. Several locations we will be filming at are as follows. For childhood scene,
Don't you say anything?
okay.
Reference artist.
Okay, several of our reference artists would be Seconds, will be a short film Seconds, and Awful Productions.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Then you say got one cheap name. Okay, and several equipment that we'll be using will be a Canon 500 or 600D, a Sigma AF 17 to 70 4 DC OS, Canon EF 35mm f2, and a Canon EF 50mm f1.8. What's that? Okay, this will be our timeline, right? Okay, for prelims we will for prelims we have prepared our narrator script, our storyboard, hunted for locations, as well as hunted for the cast. And for our semis we would have our first full raw film, as well as
Okay, skip, you suck lah. Thank you.
thank you.
Hey, honestly,